All right, Shalom. We're going to start by saying, Kohallah, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, KAKADASH. Double honors to the Apostle of Israel, aka the Apostle of Great Millstone. And peace and love to all the Akim. Continue to preach the truth and all truth and sincerity. All right, so real quick, as the title reads, it says JP Morgan, which as we know as Chase Bank, as you know, I mean, very popular bank, one of the banks, I want to say number one, but definitely top three banks, you know, that's used, especially here in America. But you know, obviously I'm about to the article. There was an article, and it basically was this woman. She had got a check. She had got approved. She had found out she was part of these people that got approved for a check, and I believe it was for student loans. So the government gave out, like, they had like this package where it's like they gave out money to clear student loans, and this woman she had got a check, and I think she went to go cash it, and the Chase Bank froze her account. No, first off, they kept the check. They didn't cash the check, and then ultimately they froze her account. I'm gonna read the article, and it's gonna go in detail with that. And it's not that long of an article, but read the article, and I got a couple scriptures. You know what I'm saying? I'm bring out Lord willing to be edifying, because this goes to show that, like, the times we're in, where, like, remember the cruel wrath, Revelation 12:12. Who owns these banks? Amalek. These small hats. They own these banks, and Chase, and that's that's a top bank in the investment world, in the bank world. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? So, like, goes to show, like, the times, and this is a regular ass citizen. Like, it wasn't like no high level business or no corporation. This is one regular person. I think the check was for like $5,000 something. And it was from the government, and the Chase Bank was basically saying that she needed, they were basically going into, like, seeing if it was fraud or not. And basically she actually went to the branch, and she said she brought in a bunch of credentials, which I'm gonna get into the article. I have it prepped on my tablet. And you know what I'm saying? She went through hell to get her own money. To get her own money. Remember, this is her own money. This is money that she got from the government. A check in the mail, because, you know, they mail the checks in the mail. So I got a couple scriptures, and I'm about this article right now. Now, this is from the Daily Hodl. I think that's how it's pronounced. And the Daily Hodl was actually created. The founder is actually a so-called black woman, from what it appears. And it said the late, so I'm assuming she's passed. And this woman actually, she was at this platform. They do news on, like, the cryptocurrency and digital currency and stuff. That's what they do their news. So that's what they, like, focus on, right? And this woman, she worked for Router. She went to Yale. She got her bachelor's from Yale. And this woman's dead now, but, like, you know, it was a so-called black woman from the picture I saw. And this platform, they the ones that be bringing out some real hardcore facts, news in the financial world that, like, I didn't see no other platform bringing this out, this exact incident. You know what I'm saying? So this is from the Daily Hodl. It would look like this. As you see, JP Morgan Chase abruptly freezes and terminates account. You know what I'm saying? It says JP Morgan Chase abruptly freezes, terminates account after customer deposits $5,298, refusing all attempts to verify transaction report. So it said refusing all attempts to verify transaction. That's what the report says. Now, keep in mind, this is the same people that brought out an article, issue about JP Morgan in Japan, some wire transfers, money transfers that went bad somehow, like some glitch in their system. All right, and these other media, like, why isn't, like, this being talked about on every news media platform? Why are you refusing this woman's attempts? It says J.P. Morgan Chase abruptly freezes, terminates account after customer deposits $5,298, refusing all attempts to verify transaction report. Now, this is from December 16, 2023. Now, that was yesterday, I believe. Now, check this out. I looked up this article, and it was issues with people's accounts being frozen from banks. I don't know if it was like all Chase accounts, but if you really think about, so like, why isn't, like, I looked up this daily hodl to see, like, to verify the source, and it showed me all the things, and it said sometimes this stuff could not be accurate, right? But just for kicks, let's say this is accurate. It says that JP Morgan abruptly freezes, terminates account after customer deposits $5,298, refusing all attempts to verify transaction. That's the title of the article. And I'm about to read this article right now. But just keep in mind that it said it refused all attempts to verify. Let's get into the article. Now it says a JP Morgan Chase customer says she's practically homeless after the bank froze and then terminated her account when she deposited a government check. So it says she deposited a government check. It says Lois White was thrilled when she found out she's one of the 800,000 Americans who qualified for a one-time payment adjustment that forgave her student loans, reports the Atlanta-based ABC-affiliated news station WSB-TV. So that puts more credibility to the story now, because it said an ABC affiliated news station. So that's where this whatever this daily hodl, however it's pronounced, that's where they got this information from. Let's continue. It says, as part of the $39 billion billion debt relief program, White received a check worth $5,298 from the federal government as a refund for overpayments. She immediately deposited the check to her Chase account with plans to use the money to take care of some bills. So she can't even pay all her bills with this one. That's not that much money. It's a nice come up. It's a nice year. Like, oh, it's a nice check. But at the end of the day, that's not going to be able to, like, clear everything to live to be able to live comfortably here in America. That just won't fly. That never would have fly, no matter what part of America you was in. It might have lasted a little longer down, like, years ago, but at the end of the day, that's not enough money to just have be your net worth. So it says, but her relief was short-lived, with Chase abruptly deciding to hold her check and freeze her account under fraud suspicions. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I used to bank with Chase. I had an account with Chase a little ways back, and I had an issue with a little. I had an issue like a little fraud. I got an email about fraud, and basically what it is, sometimes it can actually be you that made the because if you like open your account in like in an app or in another device, it'll say like, you'll get an email. And you'll basically get like a fraud-like report to say that somebody made this transaction on your account. Was this you? And you have to know that you'll know if that was you or not, depending on where the store was and whatever. And then you go from there. But this is from the government. This is a government check. Okay? So you mean to tell me that Chase needs you mean to tell me people are fraud in a government check? So it says, apparently this is a quote. So it says apparently they couldn't verify this check was real. So it says the banking giant then took it a step further and shut down White's account entirely, leaving her unable to access her funds. Now remember, she cashed this check for $5,000, and now she can't get into her account, period, of the funds that was there prior. And she says she's practically homeless, which she could be capping. But if you think about it, at the end of the day, if you have a lot of shit you got going on that you got to pay, what's that going to do to your personal life if they froze your account? The bank that you have all your money in, or a majority of your money in. And they say a lot of people don't have just a nest egg of savings, of cash for themselves or in the bank. That's going to show that the times we're in and how dire is going to get that quick. And it's already dire now. But continuing on, it says, It says, in an effort to reverse the bank's decision, White says she submitted a letter of confirmation of the refund from her loan servicer and proof that the check came from that same loan servicer. So this is a quote now. So I'm guessing this is the actual person, Lois White. It said her name was. It says, I went to the branch. I gave them this letter. I gave them this check. Gave them my ID, my birth certificate, social security card. She came with all the credentials that you gotta have to verify anything in this place in Babylon. Let's see what happens. It says, but Chase remains unmoved as the lender refuses to give White access to her funds. So she came with the let's remember, this is a quote. If you read the article, like if you look right here, you see how it's different bold. Oh shit, I didn't even do that. Different bold, and then it's right here, it's a quote. So she says, I went to the branch, I gave them this letter, I gave them this check, gave them my ID, my birth certificate, social security card. Think about that. She gave her ID. First of all, she came with the letter from she came with the letter and the check from the loan, whatever, servicer. She came with her ID, which is more likely probably her driver's license, her birth certificate, and her social security card. And with all that, it said, but Chase remains unmoved as the lender refuses to give White access to her funds. So she came with all those credentials and they still refused. It said they was unmoved. And it said unmoved as the lender refuses to give White access to her funds. And now it's another quote. Now this is a woman, Lois White again now. It says, I'm devastated because I've always been able to pay my bills on time and handle my business. But I'm like couch surfing now. And what is that showing? That's showing that what? Yo, they own you. And that goes to show that they could do what they want with your money. That's what the bank is proving right here. And you can't do nothing about it. Every time you sign anything for these banks, you're signing over all rights of your funds to them. Remember, a service, a lender. You have to go through banks like if you have a nest that you have to go through a bank. Not a lot of people just have a bunch of cash lying around. And it said with all that, it said they were still unmoved. It says when WSB-TV contacted Chase on the matter, the bank appeared to do an about face in a statement. The lender says it's now investigating White's case. It says we are working with our customer in the United States Treasury to verify any funds she is due. She showed you the check. How could a regular, first off, I don't know how easy it is to get a fake, a fraudulent government check, but let's say whatever, a fraudulent check. If she brought her birth certificate, her ID, her social security card, and she brought the stuff from the lender and whatever what it said, she said she went to the branch. She said she had a letter of confirmation of the refund from her loan servicer and proof that the check came from that same loan servicer. So this is the proof of where the check came from. And think about this though. Why would a person that's trying to do fraud, why would they then come to a branch and bring all their credentials? Remember, your ID got your address picture on it, you got your social security card, and you have your birth certificate. What fraudulent person is going to go through all of those just to get a check for $5,000 fraudulently? Okay. Is there any more on that? So basically that was it on the article. So now let's get to the scriptures, because now you have a bit of whiskey business going on. So first we're gonna go to the book of Isaiah. No, you know what? We'll do that first. Let's go to Job. We're going to go first to the book of Job, chapter 1, verse 21. And it reads, this is Job chapter 1, verse 21, and it says, and said, naked came I out of my mother's womb, and naked shall I return thither. The Lord gave, and the Lord have taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord, Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Kakadash. Remember, there goes that name again. There goes a name being mentioned. That name is important. That name is important, especially for the times we're in now. Now we're in times with Job and the prophets and everybody, they all about to experience tribulation, and their faith is going to be tested, and they're going to overcome. That's the hopeful elect. And I hope to be part of the elect, but that is the elect. That's what the elect is going to do. Because now we're coming into, look what has happened. Look what has happened. Now this woman said she was always able to pay her bills and handle her business on time. Now she's couch surfing just like that because of the bank, because of someone else. And you have no choice but to wait for them to do whatever they're going to do to give you access to your funds. Because when you have a bank account, you're in their system. You're on their time. You're in their rules, on their schedule. And on top of that, you still have all your responsibilities that you have to pay. And that's why I read that scripture, Job 1 and 21. Because he said, the Lord have given and the Lord have taken away. Because she got the check. She got the check in the mail. She probably was like, oh, yes, say less. I got this check. I got to take care of some bills. My student loans is whatever taken care of, whatever this shit did. She goes to her banking institution, JP Morgan, cash the check. They say, no, you can't cash the check. And you know what? We're going to freeze your account. You know what? We're going to terminate your account. Now you can't have access to your account at all. Even the funds you didn't have aside from this check. Even the funds you had aside from cashing this check. She could have had what if she had $20,000 in her account? I'm just giving a ballpark figure. You got people that got accounts like that have money in their accounts. That if you stop them from, it would be hard for them to survive. That's how has she, you know what I'm saying? No, now she got to wait on the bank. It's the weekend now. And I don't know how hard the bank goes on the weekends and for these disputes and fraudulent shit. Because she shouldn't even be having to go through this. So now we're going to go to the book of Isaiah. Chapter 10. And look what it says. I'm going to read, what is it? It's actually verse 1. So the first verse of Isaiah chapter 10, right? About the unrighteous decrees. It's a very popular, well-known, very well-used, a lot of times used scripture. Very, very much used, right? So the caption in the Bible I have, it says what? It says, woe to the abusers of justice. Woe to the abusers of justice. Who was a major abuser of justice? Who owns JP Morgan? That's the question. Who owns JP Morgan? That would be the ones who is a very much abuser of justice. Who owns JP Morgan? I'll tell you, Amalek. Small hats. Esau. But the Lord said, what did Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI say about Esau though? First off, he said he hated Esau. And he said he got to judge Esau real soon. And he said he's going to give him double. And the Lord and Yahawah said, what? He's going to deal with him personally. Esau personally, that snake, that serpent, that evildoer, that evil seed. Remember, Yahawah is the righteous seed. Israel is the righteous seed. But Edom is the wicked seed. And that's who's still ruling right now. So that has to end first before we have any bit of rulership. We have to, Yahawah gonna have to get these devils out the way. So Yahawah has to be sending Yahawah soon. Because what did the Lord say? If he don't, no flesh shall be saved. So where we at right now? What time? What times? What is it? December 17th, 2023. How closer are we to Yahawah's that exact return? The Lord said, what? the day is nigh, it is at hand, it draweth near. The day of the Lord, the day of the judgment of Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. That's what you're supposed to be telling the world. That's what you're supposed to tell the people. The Lord said, give them warning from me. Give them warning what? That I'm about to come and destroy this place. And I'm about to take out these motherfuckers that's ruling right now. Esau. Who is this that comes from Basra with dyed garments? Who's this that comes from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? I believe. That's going to be the Son of God, the Son of Yahawah, the first spirit created, coming back on earth to judge Esau, Edom, the very people that brought us over here in cargo slave ships, that whipped us, that beat us, that lynched us. These are the same people that own J.P. Morgan, Chase Bank. How do you think they got that money? How do you think these bankers, the central banking families, got the riches that they had? By enslaving the children of Israel, the children of Jacob, and then using that free labor from us, and inflicting havoc on the world with their policies and with their fucking, you know what I'm saying, just with the fatness of with the sword. But the Lord said, what? You didn't consider your latter end. You didn't consider that this wasn't going to be a forever thing. So, this is the book of Isaiah chapter 10, verse 1, and it reads, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed. That's an unrighteous decree. You're going to hold that woman's money, right? From the government. From the government. And remember, J.P. Morgan, this same platform, brought out this very article, which I believe was in a few months ago. I say maybe August, October, September timeframe, a couple months ago, about a glitch that happened with J.P. Morgan and the country Japan with like an $80 billion wire transfer, either 800 million or 800 something, some crazy ass number. Some crazy ass number. It was Chase Bank. And now you have Chase Bank again doing some bullshit. What do Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI got for the founders of J.P. Morgan and that family, that bloodline? Remember, when Yahawah comes back, he's going to get Esau. And he got to get 2/3 of our people that got in league with Esau and deliver his elect. The ones that didn't get down with Esau's shit. The ones that said, no, we won't take your charagma. We will trust in Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI and curse your ass out. You're not going to be able to fill your belly. It said when you go to fill your belly. For this very shit, I don't know if this woman's an Edomite or not, but whatever. It's a citizen of America. It's an American citizen. And now she fucked up in the game because Chase Bank wanted to say that we couldn't verify that this was real. And she brought all the credentials that you're supposed to bring to say that this is real, this is me, and this is my check, and I have my money. And it said that they remain unmoved. And what's about to come? The immovable kingdom of Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, the kingdom of Israel, Yasharallah, the everlasting kingdom, the kingdom of immortals, the kingdom of the sons of Jacob, the daughters of Jacob. That's what's about to happen. But he got to destroy Esau, Edom kingdoms first. And the main part of Esau's kingdom, Edom's kingdom, is the daughter of Babylon. So there you have it. And remember, Revelation 12:12, he going to come down with a cruel wrath because he knows we have a short time. Who runs all this shit? The bankers. Remember, say, I care not who makes the law, just give me the control of the money. And now that they have if you have your money in the bank, they have control of your money. That's why it's called a bank account. You're accounting for them. Their account, not your own. Your account is in their account. And they do with your money whatever they want. And now they saying you can't have your money. And that's some bullshit. But, hey, it is what it is. So, with that, hey, Lord willing, this is edifying. We give all praises to Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM Kakadash. Double honor to the apostles of Israel, a.k.a. the apostles of Great Millstone. And peace and love to all the Akim. Continue to preach the truth and all true sincerity. Shalom.